Hi everyone, this is Somerset Math Olympiad Club. So today is our first lecture. The topic of today's lecture is on number sense. We have separated this first lecture into three different topics. The first topic is properties of arithmetic. So we have listed a few properties here for students. So the first one is called commutative property of addition. So you have two numbers adding together, a plus b, and it also equals to b plus a. So you can exchange the position of a and b and you get the same answer. The second property is so-called associative property of addition. Now instead of two numbers, you have three numbers adding together. You have a plus b plus c. And how do you carry out this addition? You can add up a plus b first and then add c, or you can add b and c together, then add a. The answer would all be the same. But as later we'll see in the examples, and sometimes, depending on which two numbers that you pick, that can make your calculation easier. The next property is commutative property of multiplication. This is simply the same as the addition that we have just seen. It doesn't matter a out front or b out front. A multiplied b is the same as b multiplied a. Next property is the associative property of multiplication. This is similar to what we have seen, the three numbers adding together. Now we have three numbers multiplying together, a multiply b multiply c. You can choose to multiply a and b together first and then multiply c, or you can choose to multiply b and c together first and then multiply a. Again, depending on which two numbers that you pick, sometimes your calculation can be much easier. We will see this in the example in a little bit. The last property is distributive property of multiplication. Now we have a bracket. Inside the bracket is addition, a plus b. The total multiplies c. So why do we call this distributive properties? The multiply c is applied on the total of a and b. So that multiplication has to be applied on everything of the total of a and b. Therefore, the multiply c operation has to be applied on each single component of the total of a and b. So a is part of the total of a and b, so a has to be multiplied by c, and also b has to be multiplied c as well. So now in this way we carry out the bracket. So it's similar, the second line is a minus b, and the total of a minus b multiplies c. Again, as we said, the multiply c operation has to be applied on the total of a minus b, therefore the multiply c has to be applied for each single component of the total. That's the distributive property. So a has to be multiplied c and b has to be multiplied c as well. The sign that's carried is from the bracket. It's a minus, here's a minus. If it's a plus, here's a plus.